I always wanted to be an actor, but I never would have like admitted it to anybody because I was like, oh, you're from me. What, like, you can't go be an actor. My mom's choreographer, and like, so I grew up around the theater, at least theater adjacent. And then once I did that film, I was like, oh, I really like this. So I secretly, when I was in Boston, I started taking acting classes at like not a good place. Now I think about it, it was like they totally scammed me.
The back alley behind 7-Eleven.
Yep, that was it.
Freddie and Mikey.
Yep, they were very talented. And then, but I wouldn't tell anybody because I was like embarrassed. And then I finally like came clean that I was like, I gotta tell you guys something. I'm taking acting classes. And they were like, oh, that makes sense. And then that was why I was like, I could do this. And then I found like a program through my school where I could go live in LA and intern. But that was like what set it in motion because I had so much fun. It's
funny you mentioned that because I think a lot of people go through that. I know I did because when I moved to LA, I was doing production, and my roommate, our mutual friend Matt Hurley, was doing just acting. And one day, I remember he came out. I think we were all like smoking weed or something, watching a movie.
Sounds right. And
he came out and we were talking about production. My roommate Jacob and I, and he looks at us. He goes, "I don't know how the hell you guys can get excited about that." And at this time, I secretly did want to act. I just wasn't willing to mention to anybody. And I wanted to turn to him and go, well, I want to act too. Like, it's not just production I like. And it took me, I think I worked production. When I was in school, I worked at Jimmy Kimmel Live and Ellen DeGeneres while I was in school. So a few years of talk shows and reality. Then Extreme Makeover for years. It took, honestly, till moving to Brooklyn that I finally was like, because it was a new city and a new fresh start. And I said, you know what? It's fine. I feel comfortable finally saying I'm going to do it. I'm going to go audition. And it's interesting that people have that phobia of admitting you want to be an actor or actress because there's like, so much judgment. People, oh really? You think you're so cool or you want to be famous?
Such a hard thing to achieve, but like most things in the entertainment industry are hard to achieve.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mean to say it's harder to be an actress than it is to work, but it's equally as hard.
No, but that's the perception, and I mean, I guess it's just more the general public doesn't care as much about any other like job within the industry. I mean, maybe like they know directors, maybe they know like who the biggest producers are, but that's who you see. So it seems like such an unrealistic like goal, like, oh, you want to be an actor, and like.
Well, also I think just the vanity of it. Like when you look at a director or producer, they're considered an artist. They kind of get not the same level of respect as like an author or a painter or something, but they have respect. Yeah. When you tell somebody, oh, I'm out in LA, I want to be an actress, what's the first thing they say? Like, oh, what restaurant do you work at? Yeah. Or like
until you make it, and then they're like, whoa. Yeah. I mean, I mean, none of us are curing cancer, but what we do is important.
No, it's super important. I was talking to my dad about that. Like I said, I was pre-med at first because my dad's a chiropractor. He wanted me to go into medicine, which both my brother and sister did, a whole family of healers, they call themselves. And I got an argument with him one day where I said, healthcare wouldn't matter if there wasn't the arts. And he was like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what's the point of life if there's not the arts? Like, if there's no books, music, movies, actors and actresses, all that stuff, it does matter. And it's funny that people look down on it through their nose.
It's a quality.
Yeah,
quality of life.
People will rant and rave about how important reading is, right? I have this one friend, I won't mention his name, he'll get really mad, but he just all the time harps on how...
He knows, though.
He knows who he is. And he'll go on and on about novels. I'm like, you realize a novel is just a form of entertainment. It's the same thing as if you went and watched movies for a few hours, but you're just reading for a few hours. It's just a different way to take in...
To consume it.
An experience.
Consume art.
And so it bothers me sometimes that we don't get the same level of respect as other industries.
Well, yeah, there's no right way to consume art. I mean... Yeah.
You just watched a segment of the show Chasms of the Mind. To see the full episode, click the link below.